Hi guys, my name is Jessica Marks. I'm going to be talking about schoolwork time management, especially during this unique time. So, planning out your day can make you feel more productive and accomplished. It's proven to lower stress levels. And by carving out that time, people can engage in all the things they love to do, but now just in a different way. Um, so, there's so many benefits of planning ahead. There's different ways to approach to plan ahead. And then there are also certain resources that have been useful to me and the people I know around me. So, the benefits of planning ahead now that time has a different meaning. We have so much of it, and now it makes it even more difficult than it was to differentiate that time between academics and our leisure time and what we want to do. Usually, as college students at college, we have our going to a dining hall with a friend, going to an event, going to a club meeting. We have things to keep us busy to have more contained times of when we do our work. And now that is all disappearing. So we are just home and figuring out how to actually get things done, especially with this whole pandemic going on. It makes it even more difficult, watching the news and everything. So it's certainly beneficial to try as much as possible. I've been doing as much as I can. So by doing so, you'll have more flexibility and spontaneity in your life. I know that doesn't really apply, but it does to a certain extent, even if it's taking a walk and not having those assignments stuck in the back of your head or feeling like you feel overwhelmed by a big project. I know a lot of professors are giving extra due dates and being really lenient about timing because of what's going on. But again, it gives us more time to do those things. So which means, you feel like you want to like, oh, it's okay, I have more time to do it. And then it's like the due date comes up and then, things start to slip. So by either being consistent with your planning or at least starting to do it a little more or often can just give you a better headspace when going into assignments like that, or even like take home exams or studying or anything that applies to academics, especially in college. Super beneficial. So it lowers stress levels, gives you less anxiety about certain things, and even just good planning and organization can prepare you for the future. After college, there's going to be more assignments, there's going to be presentations, teamwork, group organizations, with coworkers. You don't want to be that person to lag behind. And by having these good organizational skills, will prepare you for that in the future. So when planning ahead and talking about planning ahead, there's different ways to actually plan ahead and to feel the same way by approaching in different ways. So and I learned while researching all of this, there's different ways to plan ahead that actually go along with the type of person. I find myself using more physical things. I have a book, a little planner that I use, and I cross things out to see the satisfaction of crossing that out. Um, and I like to use either that or a big calendar to write out when my assignments are due, or write out when my test is going to be, so I know when to study and back it in. Um, so it doesn't feel like a big task. So I would start studying a week before and I plan out what I'm going to do each day. Until then, it doesn't seem so overwhelming in my head. Um, so that is the way I do it, and I find myself to like using the hands-on. I don't mind carrying an extra book to class, or taking it out in the library, just flipping through my weeks. But that doesn't work for everybody. Everyone figures out how to do it on their own, and they use different ways to do that. So um, it says usually it's suited for more hands-on learners like myself who like the satisfaction of that. But there's in other ways. I know a lot of people who use their own devices, to integrate those kind of things into their life now. There's the reminders app on your phone that comes with your phone. I mean, that's very simple to plug things in advance. If you have to study from this time to this time, you can plug that in advance and it'll pop up as long as you remember to do that. There's Google Calendar, which is basically a physical calendar online. Again, you don't have to carry an extra book. You don't have to remind yourself to write things down if you don't want, if you have bad handwriting, if you don't feel like carrying extra things to plan out your day, that's totally fine. There's other ways that are proven to lower your stress levels the same exact way. So there's those, but they come with, come with your devices, but there's also certain apps and certain ways that are additional resources that can help you, that go more in depth than just your basic calendar or your basic note reminder. There are apps like Trello and Any.do that can track specific timings and you can physically see your day on an app, and that also give you reminders. So it's kind of a whole 360 thing if you really want to go in like that. I know a few of my friends love Trello. You can do colors for each class time, and then within that, like certain assignments and exams within that. Yeah, it does feel a little excessive now that we're not, being social or being in a full college campus with everything going on. But it's not like we still don't have work to do, and it still feels good to feel accomplished when things are, feeling overwhelmed. Um, and so, according to this website, it's thought.co. There's more benefits of time management. I mean, this doesn't really apply to now, but it's still really important that it'll help you in future, in any circumstance. Won't miss deadlines, less stress. We know that. Yeah, I mean, specifically in college, it gives you that time to be social, to get involved in clubs, and to not feel like your only activity is just being a student. I know when I first went to college, I was worried about, joining a sorority. I thought I'd be like consumed in like all these things that I couldn't have the time to study. And that's not true. That's the sorority is another thing, but timing your day and like figuring out when to plan those assignments and when to study. And like I live at the library, and planning out your day in a space that works well for you at a time that works well for you. That's really important and it's really valuable. If you know that you do better in the morning, to study, then schedule for afternoon classes. Get up early, go to the library, or vice versa. If you do well, if you love doing homework at night, know that about yourself, and that's a really key thing of success is knowing when you do, the best work for yourself. So with that, I think that it's difficult to do our work at home. It's a whole different thing. I think I'm still adjusting. I know a lot of people are adjusting. My friends are. So it's kind of a reset of how to plan my time now that I'm at home, and now that I don't have that designated study space. I know that at least trying to bring it back into really really plan my day out. I don't feel as lazy, or I don't feel like I need to sleep until 2 p.m. and then start my day from there. Having a really set schedule with the things you have to do is really important, whether you're at school or at home or doing whatever you need to do. But I hope you enjoyed listening to this, and I hope you take some good advice and maybe apply it to your day or your week. Yeah, thank you.